We consulted the lawyers. You will know we've filed for impeachment. We've consulted the lawyers on the vote of no confidence. And the lawyers have successfully advised that if we want to pass a motion of no confidence, ANC members should not abstain. They have to vote with us. Because the Constitution says you need at least a majority of members. It doesn't say you need majority of members present. It says you need a majority of members. So Parliament has got 400 members. For it to succeed, we have to have a positive of 201. So the thing that was saying we need 70 to abstain, it will not work. And that's why all these types of meetings we've been having to try and identify such individuals. We still need 70 from the ANC to vote with us, with a hope that the whole opposition will vote together. We are still going to meet other political formations. We know Godi will not vote with us. We doubt if the NFP will vote with us. But the AIC and the IFP, given the previous experiences, we are guaranteed that they will, vote with us. So it's too much work. It's a work that we're going to have to meet 70 individuals one by one, speak to them. Even if ANC people say they are speaking to them, once they say they've spoken to so-and-so, we have to go and speak to that so-and-so ourselves and satisfy ourselves. South Africa is not a waste of time to try this motion of no confidence. We have to try everything. We are in crisis. We are trying everything to rescue this country. It doesn't matter how many times we'll bring it. We are bringing it for the first time. Parliament is in recess. We've written a letter to the Speaker to convene a special sitting. We believe it is well within our rights to ask for a special sitting because there are urgent matters that Parliament must be seized with. And if she's not going to agree, we're going to take her to court on urgent basis for the court to compel her to call an urgent sitting. So she has got no option but to agree. The Communist Party leadership will have to come to the party. We need a lot of their members in that parliament. It's not about Blade. We know they were going to withdraw if Blade was fired. That goes without saying. Now, Zuma has listened to the Communist Party. He didn't listen to them on finance, but he listened to them on everything, almost everything. This is what Communist Party wanted from Zuma. They said to Zuma, if you remove Pravin and Mcebisi, don't bring Brian anywhere close to that department. Zuma listened to that and he didn't bring Brian. They said to Zuma, Ben Martins is the most senior member of the party. He has been in parliament since 1994. They don't understand why Ben Martins is not in cabinet. Zuma put Ben Martins in cabinet. Zuma did not touch Communist Party people. The only party Zuma didn't listen to is the ANC. Because the ANC said to him, if you fire Pravin and Mcebisi, you have to fire Nomvula, you have to fire Batabile, you have to fire Zwane, you have to fire Mutambi. That one of Mutambi, I don't even understand why Zuma didn't just listen to at least that one. The ANC gave him a list of the people who must be fired. He didn't listen to anything of that sort. The ANC still told him that he must not appoint Brian. At least he listened to that. But the rest of that he didn't listen to. But it happened like that because of factional battles. Remember, treasury is what they want for Guptas. But for Zuma's winning in 2017, he can't fire those people because Gwede as well identified those people for factional reasons as well. You must remove them from resources so that they don't have the resources to influence. Remember, the ANC lineups, they survived through patronage. So you must remove these ones. Once Zuma makes a mistake of removing those ones, he has removed his forces, and therefore they will not win 2017. So Zuma saw it that this is a factional demand to weaken my faction before the December conference. He didn't listen to them. He removed those people who didn't have constituencies. He didn't remove people of another faction. He removed people without constituency. So there is no region which can even match for Tina Jumat. There is no region that can match for Mwagora Matlodi Shem. So he knows there's nothing they can do. So or Dipuo, he didn't remove them for factional because they belong to Ramaphosa. No, he removed them because they are weak. They don't have constituency. Then replaced them with his faction, and then strengthened his faction before 2017. So I can tell you now, if Zuma is not removed, Ramaphosa must go back to farming and look after his buffaloes and all those things. There's no winning of that conference. Zuma calculated the conference, consolidated, and then attacked. And then said, okay, if I touch the Communist Party, those people are going to resign en masse, and then it's going to embarrass me. Let me leave them. Why did he leave them? He knows that they don't use their brains to think, but they use their stomach. So once they are in, they are done. I mean, go and look at Soli's press conference. You know, South African media, we must be like Americans sometimes, not in everything. American media is very good. They will be showing us Soli yesterday and Soli today, the body language. The body language has changed completely. SABC interviewed him this morning. So you see a completely different person. From the fire eater he was yesterday to the most understanding man. Yeah, well, we can still consider that of withdrawing, and you know, we wish Pravin well. Why? Because blade is not touched. You touch blade, that's the end of you. If it's not about blade and the stomach of those people of the Communist Party, let the yesterday's radicalism and militancy continue. Let's see it. If indeed it's about anti-corruption, if indeed it's about the Guptas, if indeed it's about ensuring that we've got a treasury that is not captured by corrupt family, then they've got a reason to continue with the plans they had. They've got no reason to retreat. You know, when Cyril spoke today, I even forgot for a second that this is the man responsible for Marikana. I almost jumped like, hey, for the first time you are a deputy president, you are speaking some sense, man. For the first time. We encourage him to grow like that. He must speak more often against this kleptocracy. If Cyril wants to be president of the ANC and the country, he must not take Kgalema's tactics. You know, Kgalema, we only knew he was standing even when we were supporting him. We only knew he was standing when he accepted nomination. When Kgalema accepted nomination, we jumped and celebrated like he won. But that's how we were so unsure about him. Why did Zuma win? Zuma just openly told everyone, I'm prepared to fight Thabo. And people knew that we can rely on this one. We're not going to bet on a horse that is going to turn against us at the conference, and then we are left in the darkness. He throws us under the bus. No. The people who supported Kgalema, at least those I know, the ones I know from Limpopo, today they don't support Cyril, they support Zuma. Because when you ask them, they're like, hey, we don't want to commit a similar mistake. Because we're not sure whether this man is in or out. He has to fight. And as for people who are begging him, he has to fight for them. So I was happy that he took a stand. And I know he was inspired by Uncle Kathy. So we hope that Uncle Kathy's spirit can inspire a lot more people to speak out. And begin a process of removing the president. So we are calling this press conference to say we're rejecting this, we don't agree with it, and to put our position very clear, and that we're going to do everything in our power to fight President Zuma